Hello and welcome to this week's how-to video for parents. I am Karen Lockhope. I'm an expert in child development and a parent coach, and I have a podcast called We Turned Out Okay, which is all about helping parents understand and enjoy their little kids. So today we're talking about I've got 6 ways for you to alleviate stranger anxiety. And I wanted to do this topic because we're coming up on a lot of potential for stranger anxiety with the year-end kind of Thanksgiving and then other holiday parties that are going on. And if you've ever seen your toddler react badly to meeting new people, I think this could be, I hope it'll be really, really useful for you. You recognize the symptoms of stranger anxiety. I'm sure your child is clinging to your leg. They are refusing to come out of your shoulder and like turn around, and you can't get them to smile. You sometimes can't even get them to look at somebody else. Sometimes they'll swipe at people if they don't want them to be near them or be looking at them or whatever. I have two sons. They're both older now. They're both teens, but when they were young, one of them was very happy with enjoying. He really enjoyed meeting people from a very small young age, and it didn't bother him. You know what I mean? He quite enjoyed. He had maybe a few months of stranger anxiety, but my second child, he hated for years. He absolutely hated to be looked at or spoken to by somebody that he didn't know until he'd had a chance to settle in. And so let's get into these. I've got 6 of them. I want to get through them and, make this a fairly quick video for you today. So number 1, give them time to warm up. So that's the first thing you can do. You can help your child be comfortable by taking it at a slower pace, taking it at your child's pace. So give them time to warm up. That's number 1. Number 2, know that your child watches you for cues. So they're going to know if you are reluctant about meeting someone, if you have sort of negative feelings about some uncle or aunt that you've, kind of got to be in the same room with right now. That can be really, really hard because kids understand the feeling without understanding why they're getting that vibe. Kids are incredibly empathic, and they're also very egocentric. So they may take your feelings of anxiety about being around this person, this likely friend or relative, maybe that you haven't seen in a while. If you're feeling anxious about that at all, your child is going to know that, and because they're egocentric, they're going to somehow bring it back to themselves. So maybe they'll think they're in trouble. Maybe they'll think your feeling is not about this person in front of them, which they don't have a frame of reference for that, but instead about them, something that they've done wrong. So if you're anxious, you can expect that your child will be a little more anxious meeting somebody new. So make sure that your cues that you're giving are really good, positive cues. If you are excited about meeting someone, then your child is more likely to be excited about meeting someone. So that's number 2. Number 3 is hold hands for security, or at least offer to hold hands with your child for security. Now, I think of young children as toddlers, preschool age, kindergartners, but any child that isn't an adolescent yet, in other words, any child that's, say, 10 or under, can really be feeling these feelings and can have a tough time separating from you, and being comfortable around strangers. It's just a part of childhood. It really peaks very young. Stranger anxiety usually peaks around 18 months to 2 years, which interestingly, that is when the human brain is in allowing our kids to be, or ourselves to be, more mobile. So right around 1 year to 18 months old, that's the likeliest time that a kid will impulsively run off or something like that, because they're just figuring out how to run and how to get away. And it's just interesting that what our brains do is they put a stopper on that by developing stranger anxiety. So there's a reason for this, and that's a good thing to remember. Number 4. So number 3 was hold hands for security. I moved away from that a little bit, but anyway. Let your child know that you're there for them if they want to hold hands. Number 4, bring or give your child a comfort item. So do they have a special teddy bear or blanket? My youngest brother had a baseball cap that was his comfort object for years and years. Do they have something like that you can help them feel more comfortable in this situation when they're meeting new people? Think about that. And number 5 is, I don't like to call them strangers. I think of these people as friends not yet met. And I want you to be comfortable saying to that person, oh, my child is learning how to meet people. Like, so ask the friends not yet met to give your child some time, basically. And then number 6 is take it slow. This is really related to number 1, but take it slow. Let this process play out over hours or even days. It can take a long time for a kid to warm up, and that's okay. That's just how that child is built. There's nothing wrong with it at all. In fact, it's something that may serve them well in the long run. Like being cautious about who you allow into your life. That's not necessarily a bad thing. So think on it that way. All right, that's all 6 of them. I got these, by the way, from a couple of really great articles. One at WebMD, which was very short, just gave a couple of quick points, and then another one at raisingchildren.net.au. So an Australian article about this, and I just want to give credit where credit is due. I really appreciate that these resources are out there, and hopefully you get a lot out of them too. And if you've gotten something out of this video, please just hit the like button, consider sharing it with a friend, and be sure to subscribe, because I do these every Thursdays, although I'm off this coming Thursday. I'm not going to do one of these on Thanksgiving Day, but I do them most Thursdays, I guess I'll say, and unless it's a holiday, and so you can subscribe, and that way you can come back and get the next one. All right, until next time, I'm Karen Locke-Culp of We Turned Out Okay. We'll see you soon. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.